Hello, my fellow Draconians, and welcome to our glorious empire. Now today's episode and in today's council meeting, I have, well, quite a lot of things to talk about, and let's actually start with the map labels. Now, first of all, I have relocated a couple of them because I just didn't like where they were placed originally. I did like it originally, but now we've kind of moved on, and so I wanted to change a couple of things. So first of all, I've moved the Dancing Sands over here because initially Dancing Sands, all we really knew was like this area kind of over here. So it made sense to put the Dancing Sands over here, but now we know that Dancing Sands kind of, they end with this little river over here and Sunhold in the west, but they stretch all the way up to the arbor over here and up to these four mountains. All of this is the Dancing Sands, and they're kind of they end here with the Eastern Shield, and then they just kind of normal desert and end with this water area. So I just wanted to set this more in the center, so you get a better overview of what the Dancing Sands actually are. Now the same thing actually happened with the Bay of Heroes, because I put it right there where the Mistress sunk, but yeah, I just want to name this entire bay the Bay of Heroes, so it was kind of weird that we had this over there. And same thing, but that's just a minor one with the runestone. We had the runestone over here at the ruins, so now I just put it in the center of this island. Yeah, just to make it look a little bit better. Okay, but that's that. Let's actually move on. Now, as you could already see, there's a couple more map labels because I want you guys to come up with some more names. Now, first of all, we have now that we have actually two cities over here with Sunhold and Zag's End, I think it's quite important that we kind of find names for this water area right here. We've been, we've charted these seas with two boats or two triremes several times, so we really know what's going on here, so it's definitely time to name these places. Now, first of all, I want a name for this big sea. So basically this area right now is a bigger water area. So yeah, we need a name for this. Mostly fish, obviously. But yeah, let's see if you can come up with names. We also have these little atolls over here, which is quite cool. So maybe that's something you want to incorporate. And then we have these two little bays. The first one is like this little one, kind of a natural harbor almost. Looks very cool. And maybe this is a place where we could station our fleet. You know, that would be possible. There's a lot of space for a big fleet. Not sure if we want to do this, but that was something that came to mind. And then we obviously have this, well, more snaky bay. But initially, or essentially, not initially, essentially, this is where our cities are founded upon. So this river right here, the river of Sunhold, and the river of Zag's End as well, both kind of flow into the second bay right here. So we need a name for this one as well. Then also, now that we have founded Zag's End, I think it's very important that we find a name for this huge mountain range. We have not yet found any information about Zag's, our scout. He initially scouted this area and explored it, but we have not yet gotten a name for this area, so we're gonna have to come up with something on our own. And so yeah, seeing as this mountain range is the biggest on our continent, because well, actually there's only two. There's this big one, this huge mountain range that seemingly stretches all the way from the Reach over to whatever these lands are. It's much bigger than the Eastern Shield, probably like 3 or 4 times as big, so that definitely needs a name. We might rename certain parts of it later on, but for now just a big name for the overall mountain range would be necessary. And last but not least, I want to name this region over here. So basically this region means everything south of the Eastern Shield, that is kind of east of the Dragon Gate and west of the Dancing Sands. So kind of this area right here. And this area gets actually more interesting or more important on my next topic, because I want you guys to tell me what we should do with Pentos. Now, we have taken Pentos over. It's currently a puppet state. It has 3 citizens, and it has one luxury resource, the furs. But other than that, it's not really that valuable. It's not really a valuable city. It's a coastal city at a river, but it's not even atop hills, so it's very difficult to defend, and it also overlaps with Flaming Peak quite a lot. So Flaming Peak already overlaps with our capital in 4 provinces, and another 8 with the Pentos. So that's very inefficient. I don't like that much inefficiency. I personally think what we should do is get rid of Pentos, raise the city, and found a new city over on this hill. Because on this hill, we will be able to get the sheep, the oasis, this sheep, the luxury resource salt, these sheep as well. We get the lake, we get these fish, and we're also going to be in range for the luxury resource. We're not going to be able to get the gold out of it, but we will get the happiness from it. Because it's 5 tiles away from this location. So we would get the luxury, and that's the only really important thing, get the happiness from it. So I would actually like to build a city here and raise Pentos, but it's a difficult, well, it's a difficult decision, so I want you to participate in this. Do you think we should raise it, or should we annex the city Pentos and perhaps still build a second one over there, or just not build one over here, although that would be kind of stupid. So yeah, annex or raise Pentos. That's going to be the straw poll vote. And well, last but not least, I have some well, administrative matters to talk to, because our empire is growing rapidly, as you can probably tell. So we have already 4 cities here with Zax, and now 5 cities that are part of our empire, and it's growing not only in you know, number of population, in number of cities, but it's also growing in size and distance. So it's very difficult for me, ruling from Dragonhall, to deliver messages and orders and, you know, make them happen in time. So basically I need some representatives stationed in each of these cities, castellans if you like, that kind of rule in my stead. And I have decided that I will appoint certain lords to these, well, positions. And I want to appoint as Castellan of Sunhold, Matt the Lost Lord Cooper, so that he can rule in my stead. The Castellan of Flaming Peak shall be Titus Snow. The Castellan of Zag's End shall be Brandon Wolf. And not really a Castellan, but kind of the overseer of Pentos, because Pentos is not yet a real city, should be Toby Hill, also known as the Lion. And he will be supported by Brutal Herald, who is currently in command of the garrison force of Pentos, because this is still, well, a quite unruly city. We've just taken it over, so we need 2 people to kind of take care of this. So yeah, these guys, it's more of an honorary title for now, being Castellan, because basically I'm still making all the decisions, but yeah, I definitely want you guys to be in these cities and rule, basically. However, if we are in need of generals to lead our armies in the future, I will obviously recruit you and replace you as Castellans. But we will talk about that later on. That is all for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.